Welcome back. Tom Foolery here with the 2021 KTM Enduro 690R build series. Just got my second part for the build in stock and it's been installed, but let's look at the build. Number one, we've already got the billet gas cap. Number two, I've installed the lowering foot pegs today. 3, 4, 5 and many more still to come. So take a look at these beauties. They are beautiful. These are from Vanasche Motorsports. They're billet aluminum. The reason I got them is because they're 3/4 of an inch lower and about 5/16 of an inch further back. Let's compare. Now you see where the access point is right here. This top edge is pretty much flush with the level of the pegs. But when you compare it to this one, that same edge up here chambers down and drops down to give you that lower peg. Then look at the real estate improvement. Huge. We're going to see how it feels, but I can say already that standing up, it's going to be a lot easier and it's going to feel a lot better on the feet if you're not wearing some heavy-duty boots. Installation on this was really easy. The tools you need are some needle nose pliers, a what do you call these, vice grips, and the official KTM hammer, ball peen hammer from Harbor Freight. So what you're going to do is take off the cotter pin down here, drop the washer, take your KTM ball peen hammer, knock this dowel pin, metal pin up, and pull the pin out and watch for the spring. You're going to be reusing the spring. So after you pull the pin out, everything will come out. The spring will probably pop out a little bit over here. You're going to pick it up and get your new pegs ready. And you'll take your vice grips and lock them on to the spring in this position, because the spring is going to be in a 90-degree angle. And look at it now, they're both in the same parallel kind of now. So you're going to use this to help put the new spring in. But before you do that, you put the new pedal in, you take the dowel rod and you start it through here, and you start it through the top part of your new peg. Then, with this part on here, you push it in there really tight to get it to bend, and then start tapping that down, your dowel pin, and it lines everything up really easy. Pops through, put your washer on, and there's a new cotter pin in the kit from Vanasche Motorsports. Now they're billet aluminum, so that means they started out as a block of aluminum and they were CNC machined down. So they're not cast, they're super well made. They're not cheap, but it's an expensive process and they're super well made. I got the peg style pins on here, and they do have another insert style that is more aggressive that's also adjustable. So you can put a slant on your peg going up or in, however you want to do it, and customize the inserts on here. And they're a little bit more aggressive as well for a better bite on your boots. So let's take this baby out and see how it runs with these new pegs, or how it feels. And they match quite nicely with the Vanasche Motorsports CNC aluminum fuel filler. Stock fuel filler is recessed plastic, tends to catch fuel in there and sometimes leak out onto your pants. This thing's really heavy duty and I like it. So we've got a lot of more parts on order for this build, so please stay tuned. The bike's already been warmed up, so let's get going. Go for a little cruise. The best thing about this urban assault vehicle is you don't always have, like when there's cars in my driveway and I can't get out on the smooth level part, just jump off wherever. Just like that. She sounds good under acceleration, but other than that, just too quiet. Okay, these pegs feel amazing. My knees feel a little bit lower. And the platform part of the pegs feels super comfortable because it spreads out the weight of your foot. Jeez, you got to be so careful when you're riding your bike. Look at this guy here. I want you guys to know, obviously, I'm going to try to get better at these making videos and editing because I don't know how to edit. You probably already know that. But I'm going to be putting a lot of parts on here. The skid plate I ordered from Germany is really sick, 3mm thick aluminum, and it's powder coated orange. I think it's going to look killer and be functional, and get rid of ditch the plastic stock one. I might put the plastic stock one on my Husqvarna 701 Supermoto because it does have nothing on there. Oh yeah, those pegs feel, wow, they feel amazing. I still need handlebar risers though because of just my leg size, being longer legs. I need some handlebar risers because when I'm standing up on this bike when I'm off-road and I hit something or just right or I lose my momentum, it wants to toss me right over the handlebars because I'm not standing straight up. I'm like lurching over. Yeah, this thing is really a great urban assault vehicle. It'll be the military's long-range reconnaissance vehicle. And the brakes on this Enduro are the best on any Enduro I've ever ridden, and this lighter weight. And it's because I think they up the rotor size in the front. Definitely not Supermoto-like, but it certainly does its job better than expected. Even on a 2021 bike, and you expect that. I got 161.8 miles on this thing, so I'm still breaking it in. Sure wish it had a tachometer. So some of the upgrades that are coming up are going to be exhaust on order, Rottweiler fuel dongle on order. I will do both at once. The fuel in the bike feels great stock. My big complaint is about the weight and the heat retention of the stock configuration muffler. So I'm always worried about taking something that's European, Euro 5, Euro 4, whatever, lean, and then putting an exhaust or anything on it, or an air and open up the air intake and leaning the bike out even more. People say with the I forget the name of the muffler I'm going to put on it, but with the DB killer in it, that, you know, it's fine to put on a stock bike, but I'm not going to take that chance. I'm going to go ahead and put the Rottweiler fuel dongle in there, and that's going to make the bike think it's colder, I guess, the computer, and make it have more fuel down in the closed map area of the map, and it's going to make it run richer a little bit. So I did it on my Husqvarna 701, and it seems to be a really good combo.